Very much, Ibu Rindi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to say thank you for joining English Forum program that will be held every Friday afternoon from half past 3 p.m. to half past 4 p.m. And I'm really glad to see you all this moment. This program is organized by English Forum of Vocational High School Trunojoyo Jember with the aim of providing a platform for teachers to be able to use English actively and as a means of sharing teaching experience and improving knowledge and competency as an English teachers. Before we start our discussion and sharing this afternoon, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Dodi. I currently serve as a keynote speaker of this English Forum program today. Your Excellency, Mr. Heru Triatmojo, the Bachelor of Law as the Headmaster of Vocational High School Trunojoyo Jember, also as an advisor of this English Forum program. Your Excellency, Mrs. Rindia Santiutami, Bachelor of Law, Bachelor of Education, as our host today. And all my beloved audience of English Forum, may God bless us today. May God bless us today. And hopefully, we got many advantages and important information about English development recently. Okay, as stated in the invitation flyer, the topic that we will be discuss and share today it's about paradigm of learning from behaviorism to constructivism. Well, we realize that not everyone knows and have been wondering about behaviorism and constructivism. We realize that all of us have a different understanding about this. How can this be? That's why we are here now to discuss and share. Let's start it. Allow me share the screen, Ibu Rindi. Yeah. Okay. Can you see the screen? Is it? Okay. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the title of our topic today, Paradigm of Learning from Behaviorism to Constructivism. Okay, the lesson agreement for this afternoon. First, please joining the activities until finish. I mean, do not leave this program before finish. And then active during the activity. Don't take off the camera and please mute the microphone to make the sounds very clearly. Okay, this is the background why I choose this topic. I mean, I choose this title. You know that the world of our children will live in is changing 4 times. I repeat, changing 4 times faster than our schools. It means that, you know that, believe or not, the reality that the student always face every day in their day life, it is changing 4 times faster than the situations of school. It means that if we are as a, what is it, a teacher, not only English teacher, all of the teachers, if we cannot change our mindset about how to teach the students, how to make the student learning, how to support the student to be their success. So this is need a big effort. This is need a great effort to change our mindset. So that's why I choose this topic. It is from behaviorism that always we use this step. I mean this program of learning from a few years ago. Now change with constructivism. You know this background. It is related with the government program. It's about Merdeka Belajar. Okay. Now see, this is from behaviorism to constructivism. So what kind of what kind of contents that we have to change from behaviorism and constructivism? Okay, see, this is the situation, Bapak Ibu, I mean, ladies and gentlemen. In behaviorism, that we realize, you believe or not, we always face the student situation in a class. It is becoming a passive learner. And then the most important, the essential thing in a class, it is dominantly by the teacher. So the essential teaching, it is looks like 90 minutes it was spent out only from the teachers, not the student activity. And then the constructivism, you can see the pictures above, it is the students becoming active, becoming an active learner. And 90 minutes it was spent out, will spent by the student. It means that becoming learning is very important. So it is looks like 90 minutes do not dominantly, do not determined by the teachers, but the student very active in the activity. This is the constructivism. And then number two, in behaviorism, learning is acquisition of knowledge, and teaching is the transfer of knowledge to those who learn. So we believe or not, we realize and that as a teachers, how long that we have become a teachers, 5 years, 10 years, or 15 years, or perhaps 20 years. So it looks like how to transfer knowledge to the students, even though they understand or not, or it means that how to passing the task, for example, until they graduate from school and then they got a certificate, only that. But in constructivism, learning is the compilation of knowledge first, and then from concrete experience, collaboratives, activities, reflection, and interpretation. Now, this is, see, there are several activities in constructivism. So, learning, it is not only one activities, but learning is the compilation of knowledge, and then from concrete experience, collaborative activity, reflection, and interpretation. And teaching, if it is based on constructivism, it is manage. Teaching, it means that managing the environment, only manage the environment, so the teacher not dominant anymore. So the teacher is not becoming the determination anymore, so that the learning process occur. So 90 minutes in a class, so it is not dominantly by the teachers, but by the student. So the student becoming happy, and then they feel that the activity is very happy, and then they becoming becoming active in that activity. Okay, and then excuse me, for would you mute the microphone, Bu Rindi, one of the participants? Yeah. Okay. Still. Okay. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. That's. It is looks like advertising. Yeah. Just passing. Okay. I would like to continue. In behaviorism, we are happy, believe or not, all of us as a teachers, if the students doing activity regularity. For example, students doing your homework and then collected to the teachers regularity. Wow, that's if all of the students very obey, and then certainty, and then order, they show the obedience, and then when we explain in a class, the situation is very quiet, and then no one the student speak up, no one the student moving from one chair to another chairs, and then the situation in the class is very conducive, very quiet. I don't know, quiet means it's sleeping or not, the student. So behaviorism to be like this. And then the teachers is very happy and then very excited if the students are doing the homework, doing the duties, and give a punishment if they broke the law. See the pictures on the left side and the slide. So it means that the students must obedience and follow the rules, follow the regulations, and they must accept the sanction or the punishment if they broke the law. This is behaviorism. And then this is different with the situation of constructivism versus irregularity. What is it, irregularity? It means that we make a deal. Just make a deal or looks like agreement with the student. Well, student, we have agreement between you and me. What is it, the agreement? If you didn't do the homework, you should make it. Now, the agreement, it is irregular. So different student, different class, and then different student, it is have a different agreement. So that's why we call the situation in a class, it is irregular. It is different with regularity. Because in Merdeka Belajar, that the point, the core of the Merdeka Belajar, it is the differentiation learning. Why differentiations? Yeah, we know that we have to know the basically of learning that the situation, the background of the student and the acceptance knowledge of the student, it is different. Yeah, so that's why we call irregularity. And number two, uncertainty. What is it, uncertainty? Yeah, it is in teaching in a class, teaching and learning process in a class. It is not only in a class. And the teachers and also the student can move the teaching and learning process or teaching and learning activity not only in a class, perhaps outdoor. For example, they doing the activity, for example, in a historic place or in the yard, in the schoolyard, or in another place. It means that how to make the student happy and active of doing. So the most important, it is the kinesthetic. The student, it is not boring, only sit on the table, sit in the chairs behind the tables and then do nothing, only writing and listening the teacher explanation. Now, this is behaviorism. And then in constructivism, the teachers, it is give many opportunities for the students to speak up, to express their feeling. But remember, the first thing that teachers should make the agreement with the student. So that's why automatically it is irregularity. And the situation, this is, I don't know, this is the side effect or negative effect, yeah. Automatically the consequences, yeah, the situation of class becoming chaos. Yeah, it is different with behaviorism. It is becoming order, and in constructivism, chaos. What does that mean, chaos? Yeah, you know that sometimes one student must moving from one from one chair to another chair. They're moving. They're just active because they have to be collaborative with another students. And then the situation of class sometimes, what is it? Noisy. And then you know that if the class noisy will disturb another class, for example. Now this is becoming a challenge, yeah. And then this is the consequences of constructivism. And then behaviorism, it is learning objective or emphasize on the addition of knowledge. You know, the addition of knowledge, only addition of knowledge. See the pictures. Only, yeah, they shouldn't know that this is new information, new knowledge, and then, yeah, they learn it as usual from time they're remembering. But in constructivism, it is learning objective or emphasizes on learning how to learn. See, how to learn. Because it is how to learn. This is the activity of the student becoming important. So teachers becoming the guidance of the teachers. Okay. Teachers becoming the guardian of the student, I'm sorry to say. Okay, and then in behaviorism, learning is carried out from parts to the whole, and evaluation is emphasized on result. I repeat again, the behaviorisms, the emphasis is on result, but constructivism, it is the evaluation is emphasized on the process. So this is the difference between behaviorism and constructivism. Behaviorism, it is emphasized to result, and constructivism emphasized on the process. Okay, next, this is the principle, the construction of knowledge in constructivism. First, provide multiple representation of reality, and then show the natural complexity of the real world. Focus on knowledge construction, not on reproduction. Provide authentic tasks that are contextual rather than abstract comments. And then provide real world case-based learning environment rather than pre-sequence teaching. And then cultivate reflective practice. So this is reflective practice. So the indicator of Merdeka Belajar after teaching, it is reflection. So this is how to cultivate the reflective practice. And then next, create the situation that allow the construction of knowledge and that refers to content and context. I repeat again, contents and context. So different contents, different contexts. So teachers should be clever enough. Should be clever enough to prepare it. How the method, the suitable method for the students, and then provide support for collaborative knowledge construction through the social negotiation. So that means that social negotiation looks like the agreement between students and teachers. So this is what is it? The position of teachers. It is looks like the regulator, not the regulator. Yeah, it is looks like what is it? The guidance, and then also give the support from behind. Like this in bahasa, I mean, if we follow in the Basic of Education of Indonesia, this the meaning is tutwuri handayani, supported by from behind. Yeah, okay, this is the step how to change the learning of constructivism learning. First, analyzing learning topics in the curriculum. See, this is becoming the first step. Yeah, analyzing learning topics in the curriculums to develop a scheme of interrelationship between topics, and then as the first step to represent learning topics in a various perspective. See, this is a various perspective. It means that different teachers sometimes have a different way, a different method how to deliver their ability to create the situation in a class. And then identifying learning resources in the internal and external environment of the school by prioritizing learning process in the community around students live. Basically, the community and the environment are social studies learning laboratories. Okay, or the next step, it is teachers can use can doing mapping the student learning style through the method. And then every method is different. It is the examples looks like psychogeometric or Grigor models or VAK. What does that mean? VAK, visual auditory kinesthetics. And then learning styles determine how to absorb, how to organize, and how to process the information. And then the decision maker, it is back again put to the teachers. And then next step, it is make a tentative learning design with models that are relevant to the constructivist approach, including this is the example, yeah, for this for the constructivist approach. First, problem-based learning, and then creative thinking, and then inquiry or advanced organizer, and then dimension of learning, quantum learning, cooperative learning. So this is looks like the constructivist approach. Yeah, and then the selections of the model, it is adjusted to the learning topic. So I repeat again, the selections of the model is adjusted to the learning topic. Well, Bapak Ibu, ladies and gentlemen, for the next step, it is arranging tentative learning tasks whose development will be carried out in a class through negotiation with the student. I repeat again, negotiation. It is looks like an agreement with the student. Tasks should be able to stimulate the will and curiosity of student. This is the most important. So if you give a task to the student, if you give looks like an exercise to the student, so your task, your exercise should be able to stimulate. I repeat again, should be able to stimulate the will and curiosity of the student. This is the most important, curiosity of the student, as well as provide opportunities for students to collaborate and work together with other students. Now, this is the most important. In constructivism, students should be have collaborate, because the point of constructivism, it is the active learning of the students, and also how the student can collaborate and work together with other students. And the most important, it is the curiosity of the student. And then the last stop in constructivism, it is develop an evaluation framework from preparing by preparing observation sheets of the student learning process, recording sheets of the student assignments, as well as learning achievement tasks. So it means that even you had done the negotiation with the students, please remember the last step, it is develop an evaluation framework by preparing observation sheets. So observation sheets, it is looks like the reflection from the student itself. And also the student learning progress. Now, student learning progress, it just looks like the report. Yeah. So all of the student activity, it was recorded by the teachers. So you enjoy, you follow the situation, you enjoy the situation, but remember, you must document it. You must make a documentation of that activity of the students. Now, this is becoming the teacher's report, looks like the student learning progress, or looks like recording sheets of the student assignment. So, and then we can make a mapping. Oh, here from how many students are there in the class, and the teachers know that make looks like a three groups or three level. This is the level A, level B, or level C, or first group, second group, or third group. It means that how to make the easier the teachers. And then realize the situation of the student in the class. So this is, we call that the student learning progress. Now, the most important, Bapak, Ibu, and ladies and gentlemen, in constructivism learning, it is first, invite the students in the visual activity. What is it, visual activity? Yeah, you can use a lot of method, for example, watching videos. You know that the integrated English, it is four, reading, writing, and then listening and speaking. Actually, this is once again, Bapak Ibu, in the integrated English lesson, it is viewing. This is, you know that now many facilities and many, media, the social media looks like viewing, for example, YouTube or short video and everything. How to increase and then how to improve the student curiosity. And number two, auditorials. For example, looks like listening. Listening, it is not only the audio from a tape recorder, but sometimes, just looks like speaking, directly speaking with the student, or, you can invite the native speaker, for example, to your school. And then one thing that the most important in constructivism, it is kinesthetic. What is it, kinesthetic? How the teachers make the student do not silent and do nothing in a class. They must move. The meaning of move, it is, for example, the activity should be active, not only sitting down on the behind the table, sit on the chairs and then listening to the teachers it's about it during 90 minutes. No. So the most important in constructivism, it is activities. How the teachers make looks like, I want to say that looks like outbound in the class, for example, or perhaps the activity looks like a game in a class, or the popular method looks like jigsaw, for example. How to make two groups, big groups or several groups in a class, and then they will collaborate each other, and then they will discuss each other, and then the student have a big great curiosity in a class. Okay, that's the most important in constructivism. Three kind. It is visual, editorials, and kinesthetic, what we call VAK. And then this is the last slide. You know that every student have a different characters, and then in the human rights, this looks like a gift or the blessing from God that we are have we have a brain. The student also have a left brain and right brain. Left brain, it is logical, sequential, linear, and rational. And then right brain, it is random, irregular, intuitive, and holistic. Now, which is dominant in a student, of our student in the class? And then we just realize we cannot, it's okay, yeah, we cannot make other person, it is pleased, other person happy or excited with what we have done. It means that how not all of the student it is happy with our method, but it means that how to give them an opportunity to enjoy the activities with their curiosity, with their what is it, a self-understanding from the student here. So which is the dominant, and then everything is back again to the teachers. The better teachers, it is how the teachers could make what is it, differentiation in a class, or differentiation learning in a class. Okay, well, Bapak Ibu, this is my last slide. It is, Albert Einstein, it is a very popular experts say that education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. I repeat again, the training of the mind to think. That's why training of the mind to think. This is the point of constructivism. Well, I think that's enough of my topic this afternoon, and then I would like to return to Ibu Rindi, and then I will wait if one of you would like to deliver a question. Okay, time is yours, Bu Rindi. Thank you.